Hello everybody, Johnny MS here. So I haven't updated you guys in about 2 months. I would say a lot's been going on. I've changed my diet even more and just a lot of things. The first thing I want to start with is the MRI I had a month and a half, 2 months ago. I got a report back from my doctor, and the quote, I actually wrote it down. Good morning. Per the reports, there were no new or active lesions. Great news. So that obviously is a really good thing. That's what we don't want. We don't want any new lesions because that tends to mean that things are getting worse. So that's the whole point of Lemtrada, right? Just to try to halt the disease from moving forward, progressing. So yeah. So I actually have a little list of things I want to cover because we've gone 2 months without talking. So the second thing is we have completed the acquisition of a company outside of where I live. What that means is that there might be some travel approaching. I'm not too afraid, not too worried about my walking in airports and all that. I think I'll be okay. Since I'm not going to be traveling a lot, I don't think it'll be a big deal. I can limp a little bit when I'm in the airport, but it won't be that bad. So hoping things keep up and my walking continues to be more annoying than it is a showstopper to my life. So the other thing is on my list is that we're about 50% done with our pool. I know I reported last video about 2 months ago that we were going to start on the pool. We're about 50% done. For those that know about pools, we're done with our gunite, our plumbing, our electricity, all our hardware is installed. We're about to start the tile process, and I don't really know exactly the steps after that, but they said about another month. It hasn't rained too much, so that hasn't really hurt us that bad, but you know, there have been a few days where we've had to pause. I'm really excited about that. That just means I'll be able to be outdoors with my daughter, staying cool in a pool. So the next thing on my list is, in my last video, I mentioned how I gained a bunch of weight. I didn't expect to gain that much weight, so I gained about 20 pounds. So I'm happy to report in the last around 2 months, I've lost about 24 pounds. So I'm back to the weight I was right before Lemtrada. I'm gonna keep on going. It hasn't been hard. I'm just changing the way I eat. Since I can't do a lot of gym workouts or cardio or anything, it's primarily diet changes that have led to my weight loss. I can't do, as a reminder, I can't do the gym or anything else because when my core gets really hot, I tend to have some bad issues. It's the same reason I can't get in a hot tub or a sauna. The doctor says heat and MS just don't mix. So that is lovely because I live in Texas and obviously it's really hot. So there's just a lot of things I have to keep away from the heat. So the last thing on my list, I don't want to make this video long, just wanted to say hi. So the last thing on my list is that after talking to a lot of trusted people, I have decided to buy a scooter. And it was actually really mentally hard on me to make this decision. So I can walk. I can walk to and from the car. I can walk around the office. And what I've realized is that if I can walk short stints, let's say 100 yards, and then sit for a bit, and then walk again, and then sit, I'm usually okay. The times where it becomes tough is, say I'm gonna use Costco as an example. So let's say my wife and I go shopping at Costco. I'll definitely walk in and I'm probably pretty good. But then towards the end of our shopping scenario, let's say I was on my feet for an hour, nowhere to really sit. So we were shopping, and then by the time we're leaving, I'm usually limping pretty bad. So I bought a scooter to help with occasions like that. So another example is my daughter's 2.5 and loves the zoo. She loves the aquarium. Can't really go to those places myself because I have to hope they have scooters at the locations that I'm going. The zoo luckily had one, so I tried that, and it was great. As much as I don't like being on a scooter, I've just come to the point where I've mentally gotten over the fact that I need one. I need one on occasion. I'm very happy that I'm still able to walk and stand up and do things just at a reduced time. If I'm standing up for 30 minutes, probably okay. If I'm standing up for more than 30 minutes, it's questionable. Sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm having a really hard time. So those are just all the updates I have. So if for those that are curious, I did a lot of research on the scooter. I bought a Smart Scoot. I'm gonna put a link in the description in case you guys are curious. It's a little more than I hope to spend, but it seems like the most practical for what I need it for. It's about, I think I paid about $2,300 for it. I think there are lots of other scooters that are, you know, when people have the scooters on the back of their cars and things like that on like a lift. I chose not to go that route. I wanted something to just have in the back seat of my truck, and when I go places that say Costco, I can take it out of my back seat and just take it inside. Same thing with, you know, Home Depot, Target, things like that. I don't have to, what I have been doing is I would rush in, get what I needed, and then basically rush out because I didn't want to be on my feet too long, which would cause me to start limping. So this case, I can go, take my time, look for what I want, shop a little bit, actually feel a little bit normal without having to worry about being on my feet too long. So that's my update. If you have any questions, guys, be sure to comment and I'll get back to you. Johnny MS out.